everyone to Killer Whale Podcast. This is the first and very special WhaleDrop episode of KWC. PC, sorry. I'm Anastasia, and here I have Ben and my beautiful colleagues. Welcome.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Guys. Hi again. All right. It's good to get all these little things out of the way in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have like 20. I think you know the address of the dbot. I hope you do. Like it's everywhere on all the channels.
Yeah.
It's really simple now. Now I just give you a deploy. I need to share my screen actually. So let's do that. What's my face? Ugly face. So thank you, the whole surf team for supporting this. And you have the KWPC dbot, and it's just if one I already deployed my wallet because I want to stake with you. I mean, I want to try. I don't know if I will be successful in doing that. That says it's 20 minutes 57 seconds before the main show, so it won't do anything else. Once it starts and smart contract ready to accept bids for the price, I'm just very quickly go against what will happen. You will have like two buttons. One is stake and airdrop, and another is just airdrop. Now, stake and airdrop means that you can stake your tons and start farming, minting and farming KWT. And it will ask you, if you hit that button, it will ask you what the amount of tons you want to lock and for what period of time. Like it's 90 days, 180 days, and 360 days. You need to choose one of these. And once you do, it will send a message and try to get the KW cut. Like if there is a certain amount left and whatever it's left, it will return to you whatever you couldn't stake. And then it will ask you, after that, it will ask you if you want to airdrop as well. And then you hit the button and you can get 200 KWT per account per minute within this airdrop. And the airdrop is only 500,000, and it's divided by 60 minutes of the show. So it's basically 8,333 tons. Oh, sorry, KWT that can be minted. So basically it's like about 41 person who will get every minute 200 KWT. You can continue doing that for 60 minutes. Whoever gets it first, will get the airdrop. And that's basically it. I mean, really, it's 3 buttons. It's the easiest thing you could ever do.
Obviously, when we were testing the testnet version the other night, I mean, I couldn't believe how easy it was to run through. I'm not, hugely technical in the ways of DeFi, and like you say, 3 buttons. That was it.
Yeah, but there is like a lot of programming went into that, and I would like to thank all the people who were involved in that. We will have a special sections about this during the podcast, so won't extend here. We will have some guests which were involved in that as well. Won't spoil. Yeah. So maybe Ben, I don't know. Do you want
questions
about maybe about the farming itself or something, right?
Yeah, of course. So a few of the questions. I mean, let's start with the most obvious one here. So when you participate in this event, Mitra, and you stake your tons, how does it? You're not actually buying KWT, are you? You're staking them in what's known as a liquidity mining event.
Exactly. So you stake it for the period of time, and after this period of time, the tons will return, and then with them you will also be able to withdraw your KWT, whatever you farmed and minted. So again, the amount depends on how much you staked, when did you stake, on which minute of the WhaleDrop event, and also for how long you staked. So that's the amount of farming, right? But that is like in this case where nothing happens. So basically, if from now until the end of your lock period, absolutely, we don't do anything, then you will be able to withdraw everything. But hopefully, we will do something, unless, I mean, why we're here, right? And if we do, then there will be startups who will come to this show and will ask for liquidity to their token. And we're going to discuss, and again, Anastasia will present us some of the few projects today, just to, to get a sense of what it could be. Of course, there will be no today's questions are not any sort of due diligence questions that we will ask on the main show, right? Just speaking with startups, get some of the sense of what they think and so on and so forth. Basically, if we're successful and if you like the projects, then like you, the KWT token holders, can vote for these projects during the next shows. And if you, that will go to support this liquidity pairs, like liquidity of these two pairs. And then once it's happening, then the proportional amount of every stake, and that doesn't matter if you actually vote for this project or not. It's a decision of the whole community of KWT holders, right? So if the community decides, and that's why it's pool, right? That's why it's actually pod. It's rather let's rather
like
call
that
it
one,
pod.
don't we?
Well, actually, we didn't explain all that, but let's have it as separate. Like why it's called Killer Whale Podcast and why the podcast is not one word. There is a meaning to it, right? So we can talk about that. But anyway, just let me finish with this. So the proportional amount of the whole pod, will go to these pools from every account, and because there is some, and they can be locked for like period of time which will exceed the period of time that you have originally locked now, right? If that happens, then you start also gaining some tokens in PT pools on top of the tokens that you gain here, or the farm here, within this liquidity pool of the new project. I hope I make sense.
Well, to kind of break it down a little bit, essentially what you're saying is by getting involved in the Killer Whale podcast and KWT and all these pools with us, it's your chance to basically get involved and on board with, up to or at least 24 really cutting edge blockchain and cryptocurrency startups in the space, right?
Yes, well, 24 is, of course, it's like, it's
That's
very
benchmark.
Well, it's a benchmark, okay, number. We're committing to bringing 24 projects. We hope we can do that. With the KWT tokens, like the staking, farming, minting of that is only available starting from like 40 minutes or 10 minutes from now, and for 60 minutes. That's it. Once the event is done, there will be no more KWT tokens in existence.
Exactly.
So it will be determined by the amount of,
So in 10 minutes, 11 minutes from now when that debot starts, you've only got 60 minutes to get involved, claim, stake your tons. That's the real kind of the crux of this show. That's the point of this show. This is all about getting your WhaleDrop, getting your airdrop, getting your KWT token so you can get involved, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so just getting a few details. I know prior to the show, we had several hundred people who've already deployed the D-bot. So things are looking really good already. We've had a lot of interest. While I check back, Anastasia, I don't know, can you give us a little bit of a teaser about some of the interviews from the startups we've got coming up after this?
Yeah, we're going to have a few very interesting interviews, and we're going to discuss NFT. We're going to discuss verification of smart contracts, very important topic, I guess. It's not a due diligence, but these projects are in our startups pipeline. So I hope, guys, you will enjoy it, and it's going to be interesting while you lock your tons in our depot. We're gonna do a bit of show.
I mean, personally, I think some of these startups we've got lined up are very, very cool already. So, and obviously, this is only the beginning, isn't it? So, 9 minutes, just 9 minutes.
But that's not the only. That's not the only interviews, of course, we will have, right? We will have also guys coming from DeFi Alliance here, and the Broxos guys in the show, and we will also have Flex explained maybe a little bit. Of course, we won't have time for all of that. I mean, it won't be in-depth interviews or anything like that, but just a taste.
Just a
Guys,
taste.
We have very interesting question. Why is the project called Killer Whale? What does it mean? How do you find it?
We wanted to discuss that, right? We just forgot. All right. So yeah, Ben, do you want, like, it's 4 words, currency, right? Pod is actually how you say it, Ben? It's a collection of killer whales, or like any
it's a
mammals,
group
right?
who swim together. We want you to become part of the pod through the cast. So yeah, brilliant.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, just over 5 minutes to go, guys. Well, 7 by my clock. Let's refresh our dbots. So whatever other frequently, sorry, what?
Yeah, go ahead.
The other main questions we've had come up, obviously. So KWT, like we say, we've said a few times, it's a governance token, which is going to give you rights to take part in the podcast, vote and get, your stake in these really cool startups. Importantly, like we say, when this clock runs out, we've got 5 or so minutes, 6 minutes now. The initial and total supply of KWT will be determined by you, basically. So throughout, when that clock starts, we're going to have the dbot running. You're going to mint your KWT by staking your ton. That's going to determine the available supply right at the end of the show. Obviously, all the tokens for the farming side of things will be minted, and after that, there will never be any more KWT minted. So, this is literally your only chance to get involved. 1 hour? Just you can feel the excitement coming off me, can't you?
Well, like we had like over the last. I mean, I have to say that first of all, the response to the whole idea was like incredible from the community. I think a lot of people expressed a lot of like interest and said a great words. But not only that, there were people who wrote an incredibly deep comments and questions about how it's all gonna work, and they're really getting like into the most complicated algorithmic stuff in the DeFi space, asking really deep questions. I got these conversations with people on like chats over the last week with all these questions. Obviously, we cannot, won't be able to answer all of them. I tried actually on the chats. I tried to answer all of them. I don't know if we can. We'll have time to go over them, but. If you still have any questions like that, just shoot it into the whatever chats you want, basically, and we will try to answer them.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, obviously, we are aware of the slight buffering issues we're having, folks, so don't worry, that's in hand. We apologise, obviously. Aside from that, though, like I say,
Okay, I guess that was about the fixing the YouTube stream.
There we go. 20 seconds. We should be good now, guys. Touch wood. Right. So, any final words, guys? Anastasia, do you want to start? Any final words before we get started?
I just want to say good luck to everyone, and I hope that you will enjoy our farming program and our episode and the interviews and all the program that we've prepared for you. Just enjoy it. Get KWT and get rich.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Like I say, this is a big fun thing. We want you all to get involved. And we'll pass over to Mitja with a few seconds.
Well, yeah, when it starts, right? So not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, I'm eager. I'm looking at it. It's giving me a countdown of 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Well, I think
less than 2 minutes left.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes. Here we go.
Can we maybe spend 2 minutes on something like I don't know, if maybe we can just answer some question, whatever. There are questions about would the token holders be able to buy the project tokens with a discount, for example, that kind of questions. Well, the farming that you're going to get from the new projects is actually representing a discount, right? So there is because the project tokens will just stake it in the liquidity pool on the other leg against the TON and KWT that you're going to stake, right? So whatever the farming on top of that, the project tokens will provide, and this will be the your discount. And we have 10 seconds
to go. Seconds to go. Yeah, 9.
So let me start broadcasting on the screen. Can we get my phone again?
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, Wales.
Oh, here it goes. Yeah, so I'm waiting just for my phone to be on the screen.
A lot of people out there nervously waiting for the confirmation.
They say that my screen is not well. No, it's already started. I can see that. My debot is. I just cannot stake because I'm waiting to give you that. Screen.
Here we go. We see it.
Oops. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. So stake. Well, let's see. I don't know. 50,000. I don't know if you get it. I'm sure I won't. Let's say 1 year and confirming. I'm sure I won't get it. That would be too easy. Let's see. It will take some time because there is a couple of messages between the contracts and confirmation of that. It will ask me also if I want an airdrop. Not sure about that. I think also that's if we get a lot of messages, then well, there is Sergio is writing that we get the staking.
Thanks.
So stakes, yeah. Do you want to receive an airdrop? No, and yeah. Yeah, so nothing. Let's try again. And I'm nervous I won't get any. Oops.
But wouldn't that be ironic if you missed out?
I won't miss out. I'm telling you, I won't miss out because after a certain minute of that stream, and by the way, we can have a live, I think. Well, in a couple of seconds, you will see what's going on your screen, actually, because we will get this ticker running. We're just waiting for like 5. And I hope that Andre can put the ticker on screen.
Yeah. I can confirm I missed the first couple of minutes with mine, unfortunately. So there's a lot of demand out there. We got a lot of people putting strain on your DBot, Nietzsche. It's holding up.
Well, it's a congested thing now because like a lot of, I guess we get a lot of, well, we'll see.
So just to confirm, we're entering into the 3rd minute now.
Damn it.
I can hear my other half going, damn it, in the background.
Yeah. I don't get anything. So I mean, I'm out of tokens, basically, guys. I don't know what to say.
Well, let us know in the comments if you've got in. Yes. Here we go.
Well, everyone will get in. It's just a question of price, right? Because obviously, like every minute it's 100. Oh yeah, we have a Well, you can see live actually, the stakes. And the price, obviously, right? So, well, okay, we have someone.
Of course, obviously, whilst the price is incrementally going up linearly, like you say, I can't say that word, sorry, folks. Like I say, the actual amount of KWT available to mint each minute is going up. So, let me say, everyone will be able to get in. It's just kind of, the mechanism
it's just kind
designed
of price,
by the mad genius himself.
All right, I think we can go to the interview. We have a time for the interview with Ilya Franstein, who is the leading like biz dev of Flex and Flex Exchange, and we want to talk to Ilya about Flex because actually, like, this is the underlying technology for all for all of that, right? For all the tokens and everything we are going to do. So I don't see, I don't see Ilya yet. Okay, yeah, well, that's our first try, so definitely will be some issues on that.
We'll be joining us. I'm having confirmation from a few people.
I'll try to do that.
Again. And just while you're doing that, I can confirm I've managed to stake mine. So yeah, rock on, keep on trying, people. If you haven't got in on the first minute or the second, like I say, it keeps going. There's just to add on to what Micha was saying about Flex, obviously, it's, I mean, personally, the first time I heard you speaking about Flex, Micha, I could see your eyes light up. It is not just another DEX, basically. This is, I mean, Pavel Priglovo, he's described it as the world's first true DEX, in essence. So, this in itself is
well, of course, since like I can run an interview with myself because I was like a chief architect of this solution. So okay, we get some problem with Ilya's camera, so I don't know if let's have him on just the audio then, maybe.
Yeah, and just while we're waiting for him, just to update, we are up to, in the next minute, there'll be 122,000, a little over that KWT available at 0.18 ton to stake. So, yeah,
Guys, can you
I'm
hear
still
me?
trying to get mine. Yes, we can hear you, Ilya. How are you?
Well, I don't know why my camera is not working because it has all the permissions and I just don't know what to do about it. Sorry. I have no idea. It usually works. So if there is some kind of a hint you can give.
We need Ilya.
Right. What are we thinking? Is it Ilya's camera? It managed to break our stream. It's managed to have a knock-on effect.
So is Ilya here? Ilya, are you here? Do you hear me?
I believe
I
it's
can
just
hear
us
you,
three.
but I cannot fix somehow the problems with my camera.
It's fine, Ilya. It's fine. Forget about your camera. Let's go to the questions, and because we're running late now because of this technical glitches with YouTube. So tell us, you have started to lead BizDev Flex recently. So how are things so far? Tell us about the experience.
Well, there is a lot of interest. I've visited about 5 conferences in Dubai, and I've been to multiple after parties, and I've spoken to many people. And generally, when you start talking about Flex, you immediately
just for someone
Sure.
who's a bit of a less technical, more everyday user, why is it so unique, Ilya?
Well, it's fast. You just need to send 2 messages in order to create an order. So it's fast, it's scalable, and if you add Broxos bridge to it, Broxos had done a very good job in creating the bridge, which can basically bridge liquidity from any type of EVM supported blockchains, which are, most of the blockchains try to support EVM because everybody want to kind of steal liquidity from or move liquidity from other blockchains, and essentially if you add Broxos bridge to Flex and you make, say, TonSwap, the first market maker, you have Serum, and Serum, has a $1 billion market cap. So we just need to have more partnerships to get to where Serum is today. And if you like, I can expand on this too, like what you can do on them. We just need much more development. We need more things to be connected to Flex for this to take off. We need market makers, we need retail traders, we just need more more action on Flex for it to become to investors for many years, and on many occasions. And I understand how they feel and how they what they look for in a particular project. And with Flex, it's very easy to get attention. Once you explain why it's the best product on the market and what kind of potential it has, what kind of potential Freeton has, and Freeton has about 100x potential. From where it is right now, just based on transactional throughput that it can do. And Flex, just like any project in the very beginning, like imagine Binance, I don't know, 5 years ago. I say that it's one of the best opportunities on the market.
Anything else? Like, why should they do that, particularly on Flex? What is all advantages of the
order book? We just get a much better product. But if you are developing on Freeton, you really have just two options. It's TonSwap or Flex right now, and you have lots of AMM dexes like TonSwap. You have a bridge developed by another third party. You have just 20 times more projects connected to Serum. And Flex, if we look at Flex as Serum, it's actually based on its functionality. Serum is the closest comparison. It's like an engine basically where everybody connect and get liquidity from, right? It has so many uses. For example, centralized exchanges have, on top of the problem that everybody know that you basically give custody, you trust with custody of your assets to centralized exchange. Centralized exchanges also have AML, KYC issues, and like a lot of exchanges that have been connected to Binance are leaving Binance because of this. And just imagine Flex replacing Binance, and so you have DEXs connected to it, you have centralized exchanges connected to it. It can become like a hub with lots of liquidity. So
that's a fantastic insight, to be honest.
Right.
It goes back to what you were saying the other night about how liquidity kind of begets liquidity, doesn't it, Mitja? Just to update everyone, I had a bit of a ping a couple of minutes back now. I didn't want to interrupt Ilya's thoughts, though. We are past the first 3.25 million tons staked, so fantastic. Loads of killer whales joining us already. You've still got, by my watch, another 38 minutes to get in there, guys. Remember, the amount of tokens that's available increases every minute, so there's plenty for everyone to get in. And obviously, it will average out over, the course of the show for everyone. So keep going. I believe we have some special guests coming up next. Forgive my pronunciation here. If I've got this right, we've got Vladimir Masiliakov from Minergate and Sergey Podchikin from Broxus. Did I say that right? Are they joining us now?
Almost. It's Vladimir Maslikov and Sergey Potechin. So Vladimir Maslikov from DeFi Alliance and Potechin from Broxus. Hi guys, how are you?
Hi everyone. Hope you can hear me.
Hi everyone.
I'm great.
Yes, we can.
Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and it's like, well, it almost works. Like at least the technical part is working. Although I just managed to put my first stake in because the like I couldn't get in up until now, and I tried like every minute. And that's the like I just managed to stake 50,000 tons. I don't know when I will be able to stake whatever I wanted, because I wanted to stake like more, much more than that, but I just can't. So let's talk about DeFi now, and have some questions to Vladimir first. So why do you think DeFi is the most like important driver for the blockchain ecosystem right now?
Actually, I don't think it's the most important, but it probably was the first one which drove not just the blockchain ecosystem, but particular projects like Ethereum. The reason for that is simple: that at some point, I know for those who are for a long time in crypto, they know that we just passing Bitcoin or Ethereum to one another or other coins was not enough. We were, like community, we were unsatisfied with central exchanges, central custodies, and we had a solution for that. We had Ethereum back then, maybe the first virtual machine project on blockchain, which showed us that we can do better than just, pass the coins to each other. I think that's why it was one of the first drivers for the mass blockchain adoption on the market.
Great. Between the NFT and DeFi, who wins?
I think NFTs. I think the first one I've heard about NFTs was like, not to lie, you maybe. But back then we didn't know what to do with that because it was yet another coin, but with non-fungibility trait. What should we use it for? Now 8 years has passed and we see that it can be used perfectly for arts. It can be used for something that has some scarcity in gaming or somewhere else. So finally it took years, but where we have an adoption for that. So I don't think they're in competition with DeFi. It's just another layer of adoption of blockchain in general.
Great. But do you think NFT is DeFi? Like I'm trying to steer all this kind of part, because there is really, like right now, it seems that there's two drivers for the whole ecosystem. One is DeFi and another is NFT, right? And then from another perspective, we're saying that what is most important for the ecosystem is TVL. And today I wanted to drive this whole conversation because we will have also people today that are talking about NFTs, and I'm trying to drive this conversation into understanding for myself personally also. Is there any TVL in DeFi in NFT? Sorry. So is NFT is DeFi?
Yeah. That's a good question. That's what I tried to say. NFT originally started as a part of DeFi. It was used as people just were minting some tokens with scarcity, but they didn't have application for that. But once we had the market for that, which is obviously, I think, art market is a good example for that, it became a product in itself, separate from DeFi. It found some market niche where it could be used besides some, TVLs, liquidity questions and all the stuff, exchanging the stuff. Though, of course, NFT are hugely benefiting having the DeFi infrastructure, because once you can exchange NFTs for the real liquidity, it becomes really interesting. That's why we see so many marketplaces thriving on the market today. That's why I think both these things, they help each other, bringing blockchain to even broader adoption than that we could just even imagine earlier this year.
Yeah, well, right. So do you think that DeFi will do something to the whole financial ecosystem? Because right now, of course, it's quite small. It's not as small as a year ago. It was $2 billion. Right now, it's 230 or more. Right. So yeah, it's growing like exponentially and incredibly. Do you think we will feel that in the global financial ecosystem, the impact of that?
Well, as I long time ago did with Bitcoin, I just looked at traditional markets, and you can compare how much money and stuff is taken at traditional markets, and there are trillions of dollars, and then you can just project it to how much of this liquidity can eventually come into the ecosystem. I can't say trillions, but billions for sure. We already see billions. We have a 2 trillion market cap, and part of that is that people start to understand that part of liquidity can be decentralized. You don't have to trust anyone in order to kind of exchange things and I don't know, mint things, bring new products. You can use decentralized stuff.
Nice. So what do you think about, like, what free ton needs in terms of DeFi infrastructure the most right now? Because you're in DeFi Alliance, you got yesterday it was distributed quite a lot of tokens to support the DeFi infrastructure by the community. So what is needed really?
Excuse me, what is needed for what?
For like,
what
in terms of the
in
infrastructure for DeFi infrastructure in free ton, yeah.
I mean, Freeton is a great example of where it has all basic checkboxes for any DeFi project you can imagine of right now. It's cheap, it's fast, it's scalable, and the good thing about DeFi is that people don't really care about which blockchain it runs on. Developers, of course, but I mean, to get into this ecosystem, it becomes more and more affordable. So I see the great points about Freeton in affordability, I would say, in all senses.
Yeah, just the last question. Tell me what the new projects that launching on DeFi in Freeton should look for in terms of your suggestions. What kind of opportunities they have right now in Freeton? What would you do if you would want to launch a new project?
That's a good question. I think one of our goals in DeFi, and the reason we like your podcast, is that we try to build the ecosystem which would benefit the new coming projects in the ecosystem, would allow them not just to mint the tokens and but also to get the liquidity, to fundraise, to do some option programs, to help with even some marketing. We all know that DeFi can be used also as a marketing tool to get some connection to the audience and to attract new customers as well, not just the investors. So I think this is the fun part, that we're building the product for ourselves, of course, but at the same time for all the community there. So anyone can repeat this pattern, raise the money, and let the world know about the product.
Great. Before we switch to Sergey, thank you, Volodya, very much. Stay here. I wanted to say just intermediate result for the first 30 minutes of the WhaleDrop, and that's we just logged 13 million tons up until now. And thank you everyone for participating. It's quite a lot. I think this is it's one of the first events like that, of course. So we don't have anything to compare with. I think it's a great result. And again, thank you everyone for supporting this. We hope that it will really kickstart the whole ecosystem of the new projects, and you see the success. So maybe people will see that and consider to start on Freeton. And Sergey, that's coming to you now. And I want to say, first of all, again, great thanks for both DeFi Alliance and Broxus for supporting that KWC podcast and everything we do. And the second,
first of all, you can become a relay. That's a key change. All you have to do is to stake the bridge token and send your application to the election. As I remember, right now the minimum stake is 100k bridge tokens. Probably there are already 20 bridge relays As I remember, the 100 release is the highest amount. So yeah, and the first version of the bridge was pretty centralized, but it was done intentionally. So that's a great achievement. The second difference is that we have launched the probably the first token-based DAO in the Freeton. It is run by the bridge stakeholders, and all the decisions like EVM liquidity management or any kind of protocol changes, they are made through the DAO proposals. The process is pretty much the same as in the compound, DAO or Uniswap. Also, what is important that the first version of the bridge were connected to the Ethereum only, and the new one is able to connect to the any EVM compatible blockchain, Ethereum, Polygon, Phantom, XDAI, anything else. 4 EVM blockchains are already connected. Also, the DAO can vote for connecting, any other EVM blockchain, and that's all you need to connect a new network. So yeah, maybe that's enough as a key changes. If you're interested, there is a link below to our light paper and our groups in social networks. So yeah, feel free to ask anything.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Great product. I think will help all the ecosystem because it can bring a lot of liquidity into Freeton. And just one question, which I had also, because we run with the smart contracts, and we, of course, in terms of safety, because we're locking now it seems that's quite a lot of money actually, and of course we did a lot for security. Like we Prevent the team worked like 24 hours together with our team. The whole toolchain team of the Ton Labs were kind of looking into this
peer, which will make the bridge more decentralized, and which is also very important is that you can really easily withdraw your funds from the bridge, from the Freeton to, let's say, Ethereum. There are some bridges in the blockchain ecosystem which takes you, hours or days to make a withdrawal. In our case, you can make it in a few minutes. So there is no problem for you to leave the bridge, took your liquidity away from it if you think it's unsafe.
Great. So can we, using the bridge, can we just list all the world cryptocurrency tokens on Freeton? Can we do that? Technically we can. I mean, I know that we can do that in terms of network. Can we do that in terms of the bridge? And what it will require?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, all you need is to vote for this proposal in DAO. There is absolutely no technical difficulty in connecting, all Ethereum tokens, or maybe all Ethereum tokens and Binance Smart Chain tokens and Polygon and so on. So the bridge protocol can have scale for this. I think from the technical point of view, from the performance point of view, it will definitely handle this kind of load. So yeah, maybe it will happen. I don't know.
Nice, very nice. So what do you
on the Freeton, since it's cheap? I know that it's kind of robust and it's performance. I think we can, achieve some results which are maybe even impossible on different types of networks. So I don't know the exact strategy how to do it, but I'm sure it will happen pretty soon.
I just thought this is the last question because we need to run, because we only have 20 minutes to go. What is the what is missing, from your point of view? What we're really missing?
Oh, that's a complex question. I think. From my point of view, Synchrony, we're doing a great job. Of course, there are still a lot of work to do. For example, in working with Liquidity, or maybe trying to new projects to launch them on the Freeton. I think I don't know what to say about what we're missing. We're doing really great work. It's we're working 24/7. I think everyone. So I think we're going great.
Guys, thank you very much for joining. I hope we will, see you again sometimes. And it's a great event. Great pleasure to talk to you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so how are we doing, Ben?
And we're back again. Well, we've got, by my clock, only 19 minutes left of the DBOS to run. So huge numbers. Personally, I'm blown away. We've passed 14 million ton locks into the contracts, into the pool so far. Wow. Thank you, everyone. 14 million, that's enormous. And yeah, we're into the hundreds and hundreds of contracts, so hundreds of killer whales out there joining us now. Thank you, every single one. We'll announce some more numbers soon. I believe Anastasia's got another interview for us lined up.
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone. Just a second. I want to remind everyone that the airdrop is, even if you're not staking anything, the airdrop continues until the last minute. So you should continue trying to get your free tokens and join the community.
Exactly. Yeah. No limit on the number of airdrops you can claim. Yeah.
Thanks, Ben and Mitya. Now I'd like to talk about startups. One of the most important parts of Killer Whale podcast is startup pipeline, because we are not here just to mint tokens. KWPC is the vehicle to support new projects that will bring growth to the whole ecosystem of Freeton, and as a consequence, bring a value to KWT token. As you know already, our first target is to list 24 project tokens. Therefore, my main criteria to these projects is to it implies, for instance, we're looking for projects on chain, meaning the tokenomics works only on chain, because this is the easiest way to get to create value locked. Of course, we already have some pipeline of these projects. They're not going to be necessarily in our next episodes, because we're going to do due diligence for them, which they're going to successfully pass through. So anyway, let's have a quick interviews with them and meet with them a bit. Can I have Konstantin Moroshin, please? This is the first project that I would like to introduce to our whales. This is Grand Bazaar.
The first non-custodian NFT marketplace based on Freeton blockchain. And we are the first who began to support the True NFT standard, and we actively develop it. And Grand Bazaar was the first Freeton marketplace to bring unique artists with unique works that were not copied from another blockchains, creators like Alex Kuzmenko, Konstantin Kamardin, Natasha Wicks, and Freeland, Freeman Collection. And we are actively engaged in the Freeton community development. So yes, we are here in Freeton.
Okay, very interesting. Let's talk about NFT now. How do you think NFT tokens and marketplaces could contribute to total value locked in Freeton? I mean, is there any specific mechanics that could support the TVL thesis to NFTs, or?
Yes, understand. Thank you for the question. Yes, of course. So let's see what is behind the abbreviation TVL and how the NFT concept match with this. So let's start from L, locked. When we mint or somebody mint a unique NFT token, we are essentially staking this item. So I mean specific rights described in the smart contract. In the Freeton, for example, blockchain relative to the others blockchain. So it's locked. Further, after the first purchase of an item, its value is determined, thus we get in V. And if we summarize all the purchased NFTs value, we get in total value locked, so it's TVL. And as other networks start copying and repeating this item, being inspired, like they continue to add value to the original first item of or all collection. And people can create, purchase, and buy NFTs on the marketplaces, supporting the full cycle of TVL growing. So it's a mechanism.
All right. I have another question. Don't you think that once NFTs become universally accepted as a concept, it would lose their value very rapidly? I mean, they will create the same market as an art market right now, in which very, very few celebrity artists will get most of the money.
And this is an interesting question too. First, I believe that the spreading of the concept of NFT is one of the first goals we are striving for. And this is inevitable because blockchain and NFT can bring value in many areas like real estate and music industry and management, governance, and many others. And as the market expands, the value of many artifacts will grow. Of course, not all of them, just like now, many NFTs are sold for less than the cost of buying or minting, and purely speculative objects in theory can lose in this value, and this is fair. The originality of work or collection, the activity of community around it, and many other factors will be appreciated, of course. As for analogy with the art market, historically, few people have always owned major assets in this market, and just a few artists have had a chance of some success in money. And the deeper into history, the fewer assets were in general, and the less the greater chance of success. And NFT blockchain and blockchain are already forming a fundamentally different market. So the main advantage is the decentralization, and it means that there is a chance for more fair distribution of assets.
Very, very interesting opinion. I just have the last question, if you can get the answer in just a few sentences, because we are running out of time. Mm-hmm. In your opinion, what is the difference between NFT and true NFT? Very shortly.
Yes, very shortly. So the first difference is placing all NFT data, including content, in blockchain. And Freeton blockchain have a dedicated smart contract for any NFT item. I think that it's enough.
All right. It was very interesting. Thank you very much for your informative answers.
Thank you
Maybe we will see you as a startup next time. Yeah. Now we have one more interesting project in our pipeline. This is the first NFT-based games on Freeton called Rust Cup Game, which has been created in honor of the validators contest when Freeton said
is trustful. They are all in blockchain. You can check everything. You don't need to trust everybody. You can earn token. If you are a game studio, game designer, or game player, you will be earned tokens, all of them. Blockchain gives new opportunities for sell, store, and usage.
All right. Can we talk about value locked in such games? How do you make people lock value in games in general?
Oh, okay. In this time, gamers pay for game objects or subscribe for game. But for non-blockchain game, they get nothing for future. It means I can take characters from one popular game and use it in another game. I can get game tokens from one game and change it to tokens to another game. If I use blockchain, I can do. I think it's future for all games. It will get more interesting opportunities for game metaverses. So, all game objects or token will rise in price if game is successfully. Lock your money in game object can be a good investment strategy. If isn't, you will get a fun play in a game like in non-blockchain game now. No, it means you can buy through NFT tokens and improve and use TIP3 tokens. We have dynamic system. Players can sell TIP3 tokens in their price will big or spend it to upgrade game objects. All game objects are through NFT and then have independent market cost.
All right, but how are you gonna make it grow?
Maybe more players, more game mechanics, more opportunities, more advancement, maybe better design in a game. We will see.
All right, thank you very much. That was amazing. I think we will definitely meet you as a startup, but due diligence first. Thank you very much, Alexander. Ben, I think we don't have time, I think. Ben, we can't hear you.
No, I should be back now. Can you hear me, Anastasia? Yeah, excellent. Yeah, we're approaching the 5 minutes to go mark, guys. So yeah, I mean, huge numbers. I'll have some updates on some of the statistics, how many killer whales we have coming up in just a moment or two, really, when we get some updates. Some really fascinating insights, though, from both your interviews there, Anastasia.
Yeah, that was very interesting. It was amazing. I'd really love to work with these guys. I mean, doing due diligence and lots of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, blockchain and gaming, you know, they go together hand in hand, don't they? With these true NFT items, the desire people have for, you know, uniqueness in. I'm not a huge gamer myself, but you know, I have teenagers in the family, and they're obsessive about Fortnite and things like this, and the uniqueness of the dances and characters. And God, there's just so much opportunity in this space, I think. So yeah, here we go. We have passed 14.4 million ton locked in the killer whale pools so far. So thank you, every single one of you, for every single ton of faith you put into us so far. Oh, and here he comes, rejoining us. Oh, how are you feeling there, Mirja?
Hey guys.
Have you managed to get yours yet?
I did for a very bad price. I tell you, well, because I couldn't really like hit the button all the time, and making the interviews was impossible. So I got in like on 0.49 cents, I think. And well, the results are great, but don't we have another interview?
We do coming up
yes,
in.
Yes, we do have one more very interesting interview. You will be.
So shouldn't we do that?
No, we should do that. I'm waiting for Andre. Yeah, just.
Oh, I see. Because we kind of have like 4 minutes left.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, Andre didn't join. So meantime, I can say that I did a little. Yeah, I did a little math. So like, oh, Andrew, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So, Andre works in Preventer. This project is in charge of all our security. They formally verified the most important contracts, the smart contracts on Freeton, which we use every day, like multi-signature wallets and deep pools, and which actually audited all contracts that you use now on this WhaleDrop. Hi, Andre, how are you?
Yeah, hi Anastasia, I'm fine, thank you for inviting me here. Do you hear me? For Freeton together.
I know that you guys work with Ton Labs team.
Yeah, exactly. We started 2 years ago working directly with Ton Labs, and so our first project was multi-sig wallets, and so it is written in Solidity language, and so for us it was some kind of challenge because it was a rather new language for us. So now currently we have 2 different front end to work both with C++ and Solidity language in one verification pipeline. So to do that, we created some intermediate language we called Ursus, which means a bear in Latin. So it's a kind of universal platform to do all verification stuff in one place.
But can we guarantee that the results are sound? So when can we see ready to use?
Yeah, we are almost ready. So you know that the development process is never ended. So and yeah, I hope that we can present a better version of Ursus platform in a couple of weeks. Actually, yeah, we are almost ready.
Andre, very sorry to disturbing you, but I guess we finished with WhaleDrop. Sorry, we just have to have this moment told, and after that we will continue our interesting interview. Ben, what results we have? Have to summarize somehow. Benny here, someone? Someone here?
Here we go. Hello, Anastasia. Yes, so sorry for interrupting you there, buddy. Yeah, huge stuff. Final numbers in then. So we have had in the 1 hour. Just a second to kind of appreciate what a huge thing we're doing here, trying to do all of this in 1 hour. So thank you everyone who's come along. The final figure for locked ton on the pools is 14.439 million ton crystals, which is incredible. So thank you ever so much, everyone. And Mitja, you can finally sleep. Just for reference, so that gives us all a grand total, and I need to make sure I read this number correctly. We have... is that 70,546,364.442 killer whale tokens have been minted throughout the course of the show. Incredible.
That's
unbelievable.
That's a great result. Yeah, guys.
I mean, hundreds of killer whales joining us in the pod now. Welcome everyone.
So you need to understand the significance of this is that we have now like around 15 million tons and around 70 million, more than 70 million KWT tokens to stake in as a liquidity pools in your projects. If you're launching any project, like want to plan launching any project on Freeton, you have the possibility to come here on the show, talk to Anastasia first, of course, and then come to this show and talk to all the killer whale token whales holders, right, and get access to this liquidity on and trade on Flex. I mean, this is this should be really encouraging for people to do that. And I think this is usually this kind of stuff starts from small, and that's it's just a start. Basically, we want to make sure that next events like this will bring even more and more on the total value lock, obviously.
What a start. Excellent.
So we have to continue with Andre. It was very interesting, by the way. I know it's important, the final results, but Andre, what do we start with? Hi. So we were talking about when it is ready to use, and you said that it's almost ready and you have better version.
Yeah, we are almost ready. Yeah, with better version.
All right.
So we would like to demonstrate it to developers of Ton Labs to try it and to try to develop smart contracts there. Yeah.
Okay. Imagine I have a project which has 20 million tons locked in smart contracts. Do I need verification at this stage, or?
Yeah, first of all, congratulations that you have such a great project with 20 millions. So locked. So frankly speaking, yeah, I could recommend to use formal verification from the first try of transferring or holding self-owned or participants' funds. I mean, so nobody can avoid mistakes. So errare humanum est. So and we are here to prevent the smart contracts from having bugs there and to guarantee the security. So using our technology, we can literally prove that the software you verify doesn't have any bug at all according to the specification. So yes, I can recommend you to use formal verification for any transferring or holding software or smart contract. Yeah. From the first steps.
Could we prevent hackers' attacks using formal verification results, or?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, there are not only bugs or mistakes in software and maybe misspecification. So there are some intentional behavior by hackers who can try to steal funds or to prevent the normal behavior of blockchain. And well, here we come with the security verification. So there are some kind of properties in every program which called security properties, and we can prove that the program behave like it was intended and guarantee preventing the specific range of attacks. Yeah, it is feasible.
Okay, but still, how scalable is this service? Meaning, how many smart contracts might be under verification at the same time? Maybe automated somehow.
Yeah. So that formal verification is not so scalable as usual programming, but we are hardly working on this, and the automation direction is our first priority. And we text or maybe program or some document which describes the program behavior in more or less formal way. So I mean that should be as much strict as possible to perform the further verification of the software. So this part can be created during the deep interview and code analyzing with developers and task creators. After that, after the specification is completed, we can manage with formal verification itself. So it divided into two parts. The first part is functional correctness. Here we can verify and prove mathematically prove that every function behave like it was intended. It was developed and imagined. So every function. And on the next stage, we can verify that the communication between different functions and even between different contracts behave correctly. So these four stages guarantee there is no bugs at all. Again, the specification created on the second stage. So actually, our team of 15 people can now manage up to 3-4 projects at the first two stages and up to 2 or 3 contracts at the final stages. I mean, verification with Cox subsystem and Ursus platform itself. Yeah.
Very technical and very difficult for me to understand, but very interesting. Thank you for the work that you're doing. It's really very important, and I really hope that we'll see you in our episode, because I really want to know more about it, and we will definitely do due diligence and all the preparation that we need. Thank you very much. It was very interesting. I guess, guys, we can summarize results now.
Hey guys,
fantastic interview.
Yeah,
great stuff.
So we're I think we're kind of late already by 9 minutes, but it was very interesting. Again, I wanted to apologize for the YouTube streaming issues we had, and obviously this is the first time we're running something like this, which is like a full television production. I don't know, and there are lessons to be learned and things like that. So we will definitely work on the technical part for next shows, and ensuring that we will have high-speed internet connections in the servers that we're using for mixing all these pictures and blah blah blah. So, but yeah, it's we're not in TV business, that's for sure. You can see that. But yeah, we will get better. We will get better. Yeah, for sure. And but anyway, it's incredible work by all the people involved, and we will run titles in the end of the show, so you'll see that quite a lot of people who worked on that. Thank you very, very, very much. I mean, this is like from the technical people who worked on the smart contracts and dbots and surf integration and verification audit from Prevent the team, and to our production team, and graphic designs and websites, and enormous amount of work. And I also want to say that we did that in our spare time, just multiplied by that. Basically, it's because we have a full-time job in other places. Yeah, so
did you want me to do the honor? Yeah, did you want me to do the honor with a few final statistics then? Well, while I've got them up in front of me, I believe we might have a few more coming before we wrap things up. But like we say, we've had nearly 15 million ton locks throughout just 1 hour. You think about that, that's incredible, really. Which has minted nearly 70 million, or just over 70 million KWT, which averages, I believe, if my math is correct, it's not just about that 1 hour.
Yeah, and I didn't want to say that beforehand, so just to leave it before we're going away. But when we will going to stake the tokens into the projects, and we bring like some projects to you, and that was always the plan, we will go to the community and ask for additional farming benefits to the stakers of TON. So again, I didn't want to talk about that before the WhaleDrop, because it's not something that we can promise or anything like that. But if we are successful in doing that, there will be additional benefits to the KWPC, KWT holders.
So,
should we wrap up?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just confirming. Just while we're live. Yeah, I mean, congratulations, we made it. It's been such a long week getting to this point.
we made it.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done it with anyone. So my coffee's empty, but cheers to you guys, and cheers to the nearly 500 killer whales who've joined our pod today. Nearly 500.
Yeah, I have them all. Cheers, cheers, guys.
Oh, I've got some water here. So cheers.
I don't have anything, but I do have a bottle of champagne somewhere. should be drinking that.
You're lucky.
I think we'll all be having something a little bit stronger than water later. But yeah, excellent. I mean, I think that's a wrap, isn't it, guys?
Everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Right, did you say all the final thank yous were in an end?